Hello everyone, welcome to today's video where today we have the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Retro Series Cobra Commander. I know I said I was getting this last month, but some stuff went down with Amazon, and Amazon was being weird, and, you know, I just I didn't reorder it, I forgot, kinda. I knew I wanted him, but I just kinda, Amazon, I just had to have a little bit of break with ordering from Amazon. I could have ordered it from Big Bad Toy Store, but I decided that I wanted him now. The other day, I decided that I wanted him right then and there, so I got him last night, and yeah, so he's pretty cool from what I can tell, and he looks way better in person than he does in pictures. So we'll take a look at this guy. We'll get him opened up and check him out. So I'll be right back with that. Okay, and we got him out of the package, and first things first, wow, that skull, like the face covering on him, the face shield, just it pops in person. I feel like the product images, the promotional images did not do how shiny this thing is justice, and I'm really glad that it's this shiny in person, because I was kind of worried that it wasn't going to be. But that, like, vac metal, like, chrome, oh, looks so good. Oh, it really does look really good. And, sorry, you saw my face. Weren't trying to see that, were you? You saw my face instead of his face. Sorry about that. But yeah, just beautiful. I mean, this figure is awesome. Just so appealing, and I'm glad, because this is one of the ones I wanted the most from this line, is, you know, a good Cobra Commander. If Mezco releases one, I will definitely pick up a Mezco. But, as for, you know, G.I. Joe Classified, this is probably the only version I need, at least of this version of Cobra Commander. There's that new, like suited, like, Iron Man suit looking one. And maybe I'll pick that up, because it does look pretty cool. So as far as that goes, he's a dope looking figure. He's got pretty standard G.I. Joe Classified articulation. I mean, the head does not get a lot. It's really all you're getting from up. That's all you're really getting from down. You're not really getting a lot of tilt. You can swivel it, but pretty disappointing head articulation, all things considered. So that's kind of shit. But besides that, I mean, everything else is pretty standard. I feel like you got arms can hinge up to there. You got a pretty useless butterfly jump. Actually, it's pretty good forward for Hasbro, at least. And back, you can get a little out of it back. And you got the crunch, you know, and then you have the ball joint. Can get you a little bit more. You get a little bit. Pretty good torso articulation, so not bad. You got the legs that can kick forward to there, kick out all the way, basically. Get upper thigh swivel, and you get rotation on that ball joint as well. That slips off, so that's the bad part of this. The good part is you can take it off if you don't want it. Bad part is it's annoying if you do want to keep it on. And then you have the double jointed knee. Oh my god, that's going to take some behind the camera strength, but it gets about that much range. Then you have like a boot swivel down there. Hinge can go back to there. Forward about to there. Forward facing pin for rocker. And then for accessories, I put the knife on him, but he comes with the knife on, well, out of him in the package, but that just goes in there. It's a very nice looking knife. Very cool. Just pretty generic knife, but very nice. Wish he had like a side arm holster, but he does have a holster for the gun he comes with. I just wish he had one on his side too, because as far as accessories go, you don't really get that much cool stuff. You get the base with the Cobra logo on it. You get the back bling, this is what I'll call it, and then you can put the pistol in there, which is cool and all, but it's just like, I don't know, it feels very Fortnite back bling, like I said. But it does go on there, and it doesn't look horrible. It's just I kind of wish he had a sidearm there as well. And then you get a couple fists, which I wish instead of these you got extras of the next hands, the pointer finger. That's a little. Why is that wet? I might have used my mouth to take it out of the package. I don't remember. And then like a weapon weight holding hand or style posed hand, you know, expressive hand. I wish you came with 2 of these for both, one for each side, because I really don't think I'll ever use Cobra Commander punching. And even if it didn't come with, you know, even if it did also come with the fist, I just wish it came with those too, because even so, he doesn't come with that many accessories, so he's not coming with a shit ton of guns or anything, so I feel like giving him an extra pair of hands would have been fine. It's not that much more cost, so yeah. We'll get into size comparisons now, so. Okay, we're gonna get into size comparisons now. For size comparisons, we're just gonna do some of the, first off, some of the Cobra Troopers that I do have. I have 3 of these guys, and I have like 4 of these. And then we also have the Mezco Destro, Deputy Director Destro, I think is what it's called, or Weapons Director Destro, something like that. Yeah, so they look fairly nice together. Do this. Destro's bigger than Cobra Commander, which is good for me because I feel like Cobra Commander's a short guy anyway, so I'm cool with that. And then we're going to get into some other stuff. Here's the Hasbro Marvel Legends. What is this? This was the Bucky Cap. Yeah, the new Bucky Cap. Target exclusive, I think he was. I got him on Big Bad Toy Store. I just like made him into like a soldier guy that has like a vest and stuff on and a Snake Eyes helmet. And then we have the Mezco Wolverine. If there's any Wolverine in G.I. Joe, this is the Wolverine I feel like would be in G.I. Joe out of the ones we got, probably. So, out of the classic suit Wolverines, I should say. So, there's that. And then I want to do one of the Amazing Yamaguchis. Well, we have the red suit Deadpool, but I feel like, honestly, the gray suit would work better with G.I. Joe. So, we're going to do X-Force Deadpool, Mezco, Cyclops. And yeah, this is on a stand, but honestly, it works either way, so yeah. And then what else? Here's the Red Widow. I just use her as like a trooper for my Cobras, so that'll work until I get more characters for the Winter Guard. And then this is the older figure from, I think this was the Apocalypse Wave, Build-A-Figure Wave, Sabretooth. One of the few Marvel Legends that I had for a long time. Him and actually, Speak of the Devil, this Wolverine. I had these two, and then the old Walmart exclusive Mystique. Still have her. She's still the Mystique on my shelf. So yeah, these guys have been retired since then, but yeah, they're still pretty good figures for what they are. So definitely don't have an issue with them. And then we'll do a little bit more villains. Here's a couple more villains that have stylistic flair. Well, at least one of them. I don't want to say that about this other villain because I don't want to give compliments to a Nazi, but yeah, so this guy, since I have 2 of these, I put him with my Cobra Troopers because I feel like, you know, Baron Zemo would team up with Cobra. So, yeah. And then the 2 of the best villains from Marvel that's the X-Men 97. I almost said Cyclops. Magneto. And this is the God Emperor Doom from the Zim New Build-A-Figure Wave. This is the only Doom I have right now, so this is the Doom I'm going to use for this comparison. So, yep. Pretty good as far as those comparisons go. And then we'll do a couple more big characters, and then we'll get into more G.I. Joe stuff. Here's just because I feel like this would work for this universe. This is the Red Hulk from the MCU. And then this is the new Gamerverse Venom, Tony Todd Venom. I was going to put him up on a stand, but I feel like this kind of, you can actually see the figure in this pose, so I'm just going to keep him like that. And then we're gonna do 2 more Marvel Legends. Move that camera back in. This is the War Journal Punisher, and this is just the cap, the Falcon cap, Sam Wilson Falcon cap. And yeah, I always feel like this guy's a little short, but it's not the worst. It's just, I feel like he should be taller, in my opinion. I know he didn't take the serum, but I still feel like he should be taller. I feel like Sam's a pretty tall guy. And this is not a Marvel Legend, so I can confidently say. This is the Crimson Dynamo from Marvel Select. And then we're going to do, this is the Mezco Timber. So he's bigger than the Hasbro Timber, so this is the timber I use. And then I use that Hasbro Timber as a stand-in for my Crypto the Superdog. So, because I'm cool with Crypto being just like a wolf dog. Okay, now we're going to get into more of the G.I. Joe stuff. We'll do Hasbro G.I. Joe. So Hasbro G.I. Joe. Here's Snake Eyes with the symbol for Cobra removed for now. I'll probably get another one with just keep the symbol on there, but I wanted to use that as my good guy for now, so. And then here's the Hasbro Snake Eyes. And this Snake Eyes I feel like is a bit short. Honestly, I feel like maybe both of them are a bit too short, but it's not the worst thing in the world, so. These are what I use on my shelf. And then we have the other two, I would say these aren't wave mates actually, but they're also retro characters. We have Scarlet, the retro Scarlet. I gotta get her out of her pose. But yeah, she's got that crossbow she comes with is kind of ass, so I just replaced it. But there's Scarlet. She doesn't want to stand up straight, but there she is. And then we have Duke. Probably 3 of the few retro figures I'll get of named characters at least. I want to get some retro soldiers and stuff and like Cobra officers and stuff, but of named characters I'll probably get Recondo, maybe Sergeant, Stalker, maybe a few more, but yeah, so. And then if they do a classic roadblock, a big roadblock, I think I'll get that too. Speaking of him, we have the Mezco roadblock, which is pretty short compared to these guys. But I still like him a lot, so he will still be probably the roadblock I use. And then, just to round that off, here's the new X-Force X-23. So, yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is pretty middle of the road figure, honestly. It's just a figure we all need, so I mean for the collection. So it's not like, I mean anyone that wanted it probably already has it at this point. So, yeah. It's not like crazy groundbreaking for Hasbro or anything, but it's middle of the road. It's pretty good for G.I. Joe Classified, which is pretty good. So, yeah. He looks nice. You got the stripe down the side. You got the painting on everything. He's a nice looking figure. So, silver touches in there. I feel like I definitely gloss over details too much on figures, but I'm just ADHD, so it's hard for me to focus a lot on that type of stuff, so I'm sorry if that annoys you, but yeah, it's just who I am, so sorry. Thanks for watching, everyone. The last figure I have right now is the NECA Slash. I was saving him for last because he's one of my favorite characters, and NECA is a new line that I'm collecting, so very new to that line, so yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.